Hi 2B. Okay, this video is going to be a little different than it normally is because I'm not feeling very well. So I'm going to make one long video and it's going to be the entire review for the math test. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is fact families. And we talked about this a couple chapters ago, but it's being brought back up again. And so if I have a domino, okay, that has 6 and 5, I want to make my fact family out of these two numbers. Okay, so if I have 6 plus 5 equals 11. Okay, now I need to do my other addition fact, and I know I can do the turnaround fact, which is 5 plus 6 equals 11. Now I go on to the subtraction. Now the only numbers that I can use in a fact family are the 3 numbers each time. So in this fact family, it's 6, 5, and 11. Those are the only numbers I can use. Now for a subtraction, we always start with the biggest number. And our biggest number out of these 3 is 11. So we're going to start with 11. 11 minus 5 equals 6. Okay, and 11 minus 6 equals 5. Okay, and so doing a fact family based on the domino, you just need to look at the 2 numbers that are on each side. So here's 6, here is 5, and then we make our addition fact. And then we do our turnaround fact, and then we make the subtraction. Okay, so that is for fact families. Now, something else that we have done this year that's a bit of review, but more challenging this time is counting. And now that we have been in school for 4 months, now we're starting to count into the thousands. Okay, so if I have a number, okay, 1,233. Okay, I need to be able to write what comes next. So if I have 1,233, the next number that would come after that is 1,234. Okay, and then after that would come 1,235, 1,236. Okay, so we're still counting like we have before, but now we're doing it with bigger numbers. Okay, so we're expecting you to be able to count in the thousands now. Okay, now I'm going to write down 3 numbers, and I want you to help me put them in the correct order. So let me write these down. Okay, so my 3 numbers are, sorry, I'm actually going to change them around just a little bit. 1 second. I already had them in the correct order. That would not be very challenging. Okay, so here are my 3 numbers, 277, 136, and 1002. Okay, so I need to put them in order from least to greatest. And that's how we're going to word it, least to greatest. So it doesn't say biggest to smallest, it says least to greatest. So least means smallest. Okay, greatest means biggest. So if it's from least to greatest, which number is going to go first? Okay, it's the smallest number. It's going to be the 136. Because if I look at this, 136, 277, I know that this is smaller because 100 is smaller than 200. Okay, so right here I'm going to write 136. Okay, now which one is going to come next? We have 277 and 1002. Okay, the 277 is going to come next because it is smaller than the 1002 because 1000 is bigger than 200. So our next one is going to be 277, which means our last one and the greatest number is going to be 1002. Okay? So that's putting numbers in order from least to greatest. And remember, least means smallest, greatest means biggest. All right, now, this is something new that we worked on this unit, and it's called line segments. Okay, and so we're going to be using our rulers to be able to create line segments. Now, if these are my line segments, and I know that the letters are backwards for you, I apologize for that. We have E, F, D, and G. Okay, now if I want to make line segment EF, that means that I want to draw a line from the E point to the F point. Okay, so I would take my ruler and I would draw my line segment from E to F. Okay, now if I wanted to do, let's say, line segment FD, then I would draw my line from F to D. Okay, so we're talking about making line segments. And remember, our lines are straight. So even if I say, let's say, line segment DG, that's not a line segment because it's not straight. Even though it connects the points, it's not a straight line. So we would have to draw a straight line. Okay, so those are line segments. Now, we've also been talking about shapes. We've been talking about 2D shapes and we've been talking about 3D shapes. So I'm going to show you a shape and then I'm going to pause for a minute and I'm going to have you guess what is the name of the shape and then I will tell you what it is. Okay? So, okay? I want you to look at this shape. Remember, it doesn't matter which way it is. It's always the same shape no matter which way it's facing. What is the name of this shape? I will give you 3 shapes to choose from. This is either a rectangle, a triangle, or a trapezoid. What shape is this? Hopefully you said trapezoid. Okay, yes, this is a trapezoid. Okay, now what shape is this? Okay, this is either going to be a hexagon, a rhombus, or a square. What shape is this? Hopefully you said this is a rhombus. I know that it looks similar to a square, but notice how these are slanted on the side a little bit. A square has straight sides and the rhombus is tilted a little bit. Okay, so this is a rhombus. Okay, for our next shape, we're going to do some 3D shapes now. Okay, what is this shape? Okay, your choices are a square, a cube, or a sphere. What is this shape? Okay, hopefully you said it's a cube. Remember, think of ice cube. Okay, this is a cube, and we know it's a cube because it has square sides. Okay, all right, another 3D shape. Okay, what is this shape? Okay, this shape is either a pyramid, a cylinder, or a cone. What shape is this? Okay, hopefully you said that it is a cone. Remember, think of it as an ice cream cone. Okay, this shape is a cone. And remember, how do we know that it's a cone and not a pyramid? Because they both have a point. Remember, the cone has a round bottom. Okay, all right, last shape. All right, what shape is this? Okay, is this a cone? Is it a pyramid? Or is it a rectangular prism? Okay, this is a pyramid. And we know that because it has straight sides. Remember, it has a base on the bottom that is not a circle. All right, so this is the pyramid. Now, a pyramid doesn't always have to have a square bottom. Remember, it can have a hexagon bottom, it could have a triangular bottom, but it will never have a circle bottom. Okay, that is for the cone. All right. Now we're going to talk about parallel lines. Okay, what are parallel lines? Okay, parallel lines are lines that if they stretched on forever, they would never touch. Okay, so if I draw two lines, if I were to make them go on forever and ever in the same directions, they would never touch. So these are parallel lines. Now I'm going to show you a pair of lines and you have to tell me if they are parallel or not. Okay, have a look here. Are these lines parallel? Yes, they are. And we know that because they're going in the same direction and they would not touch. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, what about these? Yep, they're still parallel. Does it matter that one is big and one is small? Nope, it doesn't, because remember, if we drew a line going on forever and ever, as long as they don't touch, then they are parallel. So size does not matter. They just have to go in the same direction. All right, what about those? Are these parallel? Okay, no, they're not. And we know that because if I kept going on this line, what's going to happen? They're going to cross, okay, and they can't touch. So these are not parallel lines. All right, one of the last things that we're going to work on is lines of symmetry, okay, and we just talked about this today. So hopefully you remember it from this morning. So I'm going to draw a shape, and I want you to point on the screen where I could put a line of symmetry. Okay, so I'm going to put that up there. Show where you would put a line of symmetry. Draw with your finger. And then I will draw where one should go. Okay? One place we can draw a line of symmetry is right down the middle. Now, remember, line of symmetry, symmetry means same on both sides. Okay? So I can't draw my line up here because this is not the same as all of this down here. Okay, so one line of symmetry could be across the middle. Where could another line of symmetry be? Okay, another one could be cutting it up and down. Okay, where else could we cut it where it would be the same on both sides? Okay, we could draw it diagonally. Okay, and then we could do it on the other side. And there you go. Those are the lines of symmetry. Okay, so remember, symmetry means the same. So where could I put a line where it would look the same on both sides? Now I'm going to draw a shape and draw what I think is a line of symmetry. And you have to tell me either yes or you have to tell me no. Okay? So, here's my shape. And this is where I'm going to put the line of symmetry. Okay? So, is this right? Is this the line of symmetry? No, it's not. Because if I look at the top here, it does not look the same as the bottom here. So that would not be a line of symmetry. Okay? Let's do another one. Okay, there's my shape. Would that be a line of symmetry? Yes, it would, because if I look on this side, it looks just like it does on this side. Okay, one more. Okay, here's my shape. Would this be a line of symmetry? Think. Here's my line. Does it look the same on both sides of the line? Okay, no it doesn't. So no, this is not a line of symmetry. Okay, great job. Now the last thing that we're going to do is quadrangles. Now remember, quadrangle means 4 sides. So I want you to think in your head right now of what is a 4-sided shape. I'm going to think of some too. So what could we have as a quadrangle? We could have a square. Square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, so this could be a quadrangle. Rectangle. Does it have 4 sides? Yep. So rectangle could be a quadrangle. Let's see, what else? What can you think of? Okay, a trapezoid. Does a trapezoid have 4 sides? Yep. So a trapezoid could be one. What about a triangle? Could a triangle be a quadrangle? Okay, nope, it's not. Why is it not a quadrangle? It's not a quadrangle because it has only 3 sides. So a triangle is not a quadrangle. Okay? So there are many other shapes. What else? We have kites, parallelogram, let's see, a rhombus. So there are more shapes, but remember, a quadrangle has how many sides? Okay, it has 4 sides. Okay, that's it. That's everything. This test is going to be very easy. Okay, you're going to do a great job. Just look over the homework pages for Chapter 5. We're going to do a review in class tomorrow that will go home, and you can look over that tomorrow for the test. You're going to do great, okay? All right, great job. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.